Hello and good morning. Welcome, Taurus, into your reading, guys. This is a reading that is coming in your way because you all are approaching your birthday month. And I said, okay, let's do a reading for you just to see what kind of an energy is catching up at this point in time, what you need to know, what is that you have to be aware of, Taurus. Hope you guys are all doing well. I am doing well too. The weather is getting better. So we are all good. Spring is in the air, right? Now what I have just done, guys, I'm going to be using two decks at this point in time. And I've just shuffled them. Random shuffling. Whatever comes out in the reverse will be in the reverse. What you see upright, excuse me, will be in the upright for you, Taurus, okay? Now again, this is not your personal reading. I have said this before. So take whatever resonates with you and leave the rest. It may not be every Taurus's story, but it may also be your story, right? So if it is your story, please welcome yourself into this reading. But if it is not your story, then don't force yourself into this reading, okay? That's all I have to say, because otherwise people are like, oh, it's not my stuff. I don't know why I'm getting to see all these energies. That may not be your story, guys, right? So be aware of that. Just be conscious of that energy, that you may just feel that. But if it happens, know for sure that you're forcing yourself. Don't force yourself, okay? And if it is your story, then take the guidance, work according to what Spirit is trying to tell you, and go from there, okay? So we'll use this deck as the clarifier, and I'm going to be using this deck. I've done the same thing with this deck too, and we'll see. We'll get most of the cards out on the table for you, and we'll see what's happening. What is that you need to know? What is that you need to understand? How do you work your energies in the right way? So let's call upon our spirit guide, Creator, ancestors, my spirit guide, into this reading, universe, universal energy, everybody who is around us, invisible spirit world, please come into this reading and let's see what Taurus's story unfolds in here from now on. Now I'm just going to, hold on with me. I don't know if you can see all the cards, but don't worry, I'm going to be talking about it as we move into our reading, okay? Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Let's see what's going on, guys, okay? Now these will be, I'm going to be using this as the base card, and then of course we'll move from there, okay? We'll use the clarifiers as we get into the reading for you. And then we'll see what the messages are that Spirit wants us, you, me, everybody else, whoever is watching this video to know. Okay? So the first thing is, let me first talk about this card before I move. The Two of Pentacles. This talks about a balance in your life. Pentacles, for me, talks about the material world, your well-being, whatever your well-being is for you in the material world, right? So some kind of a balance situation is required for you, Taurus. If you're not feeling all that balance in yourself, you need to work on that. That's the first card out, which sets the tone and the mood for this reading in here. Okay, So Spirit is saying that if you are not working at this point towards that balanced situation, you will have to start working towards it, right? Some kind of a balance in the material world could be financial, could be your well being balance, your family, your profession, your career, um, your business, your friends, anything that requires you to balance situations in the right way. Because sometimes, or most of the times, in life, we tend to focus on one particular thing too much. So, what happens is we don't realize we are doing that, right? We are putting ourselves off balance. Like we are running after a job, we are only doing that. Our mind is working on the job. What's going to happen tomorrow? What my boss is going to tell me? What are the paperworks? What are the files? Whatever the stuff is that is left. And then I come back home dead tired and I'm not in a mood to do anything at home. That's a disbalance. So, somewhere, your balance for your well being is very, very much required in this situation. This sets the tone and the mood for the whole reading here, right? So, Spirit is talking about some kind of a balance in your life, in your situation, in the material world, in your physical well being. It's required, right? The next card out is a Seven of Wands. So once you get the balance, you will be able to bring back some kind of a stability in your life. You're fighting for that stability. You want to be stable. You want to be recognized for who you are, right? You want people to respect you. You want people to adore you. You want people to say, oh, yeah, that person is really, really great, or whatever the situation. Some kind of a title, some kind of a designation of being the best in your life, right? So you are still not there, but you need a lot of balance in order to bring back that factor of stability in your life. So until you can balance yourself in the right direction, you will not be able to work towards what you want or standing up for your own good, right? Standing up to believe that you can do something you want to do in your life. Standing up to tell people, others may be telling you, oh, you can't do that. Others may be objecting to your ideas. Others may be saying, oh no, that's not possible for you. So you need that factor of stability in yourself, that confidence and power in yourself to say, no, I know I can do that, and I'm going forward towards it. So that kind of confidence, that kind of stability, that kind of grit and determination will arrive in you, Taurus, once you can balance your well-being in your life, what your priorities are towards your well-being, right? Because the next card out is the Empress in the reverse that talks about your card. You're not feeling all that great at this point in time, or you have not been feeling. Maybe it was your past that you have not done well for yourself, and you want to change that situation. You want to bring a new situation in your life because you know in the past you have not been able to achieve that abundance or that fertility that you had wished for in your life, Taurus. And for me, a reverse card normally talks about, for me, right, talks about a past situation where you have failed to do what you wanted to do in your life, right? And this is where the King of Swords is in the reverse. So this is like, for you, it's a bad stuff. It has been a bad stuff. You know that. right? You know, you're aware in your mind that it has not worked for you before. And for you, that leaves a bad impression in your mind, in yourself. Not, I'm not talking about other people, what others are thinking about you, what you are thinking about yourself. You're not liking the fact that you have not been able before to bring that creative abundance or abundance of material wealth, fertility, growth, anything that you have aspired for. So that's bad stuff. That's a bad feeling in your mind, right? Let's see what the two of. So that's why Spirit is saying your well being is essential. You need to work on that balance of your well being in here. Please talk to me about the Two of Pentacles. That is a very important message. I told you right in the beginning, it sets the mood and the tone for this reading in your case in here, right? Because this is where the essential part of the story lies, what your well being means to you. Very important to you. Hold on with me, guys, okay? I'm just going to take the clarifiers as far as I'm concerned, and then we'll go from there. So this is where your factor of stability is very, very important and important to you. Very important to you. That's what Spirit is saying, that don't waste your time in other things, but work towards your own situation in your life, because somewhere you are still very much regretting, feeling bad about your own self. Your mind is not completely clear. You're not being able to leave that situation. Please talk to me about the Empress in the reverse. That maybe you had some kind of an opportunity, some kind of a chance, something that you could have done about yourself, but it didn't happen, or you couldn't do it, right? So there is that very negative feeling in yourself, in your mind, with regards to this situation, guys. Right? Let's see here what the clarifiers are talking about, and then we'll proceed towards the next part of the reading for more messages here. So there is some kind of, more so it's a very bad feeling, a regret, not being able to say that out loud, but it's there within you. It's very much there within you, right? So you know it. You know it. Okay. All right. So let's get into the first part of the reading. This story could be a little bit long because I have laid out more cards than normally I do, because it's your kind of a birthday reading, right? So let's go from there. All right. So we talked about this balance situation, Taurus, right? We spoke about it. Well-being. Your priorities in life, because again, if you run all over the place trying to do everything, trying to please everybody, you will not be able to balance yourself. So somewhere you have, even if you're working for other people, you have to also focus on your well-being. It's important, because that's where the balance situation is created, right? So with the Two of Pentacles, you get the Five of Wands. So there are people at this point. This is where your balance, your well-being is very important to you, Taurus, because there are people in your life who will create troubles, or who are creating troubles. Maybe not big troubles, but conflict situations are being created at this point. Right? They are not agreeing with you. You are not agreeing with them, whatever the situation. But there could be a group of immoral people, unethical people who don't want you to prosper, who don't want you to do well in your life. Could be your co-workers, could be colleagues, could be other people, could be friends, could be relatives. But they are not the best at this point. That's what Spirit is saying. They're not good people. So you have to watch out. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, right? And this is because they want you to fall. They want you to fall. You know, they want you to give up what you're doing. They don't want your entitlement. They are probably not liking your entitlement in life. They're not probably wanting you to remain entitled to something in your life. They want you to leave that entitlement, right? And that could be because of the situation that they are trying to upset you so that you leave your entitlement. You're like, okay, I'm ready to surrender. Do what you want to do. I don't want to be a part of this drama, right? The Two of Pentacles. The Two of Wands in the reverse. Because this was, see, this entitlement, loss of entitlement has already happened, okay, for me, because it's in the reverse. And this has happened because of this group of, like I said, immoral people, unethical people, bad people, people who do not have the best interest for you in your life, where you probably had left your entitlement before. You let them go. You let them go in the sense that you let that situation dissolve. You don't want to be a part of that drama, right? And this was probably, Spirit is saying, this was probably maybe a wrong action on your part that you had taken, that you did not attend to that story. You just completely let it move away, like you did not participate, right? You did not participate in that. You did not try to work on that. You let it run its course. You left it. You left that entitled position of fighting that situation. But this was, Spirit is saying, was a bad plan of action at your end, Taurus. You should not have let it go. You should have probably worked on that. Because what happens is when you do not work on a situation at the right time, that particular time is lost. The story remains the same, but you haven't resolved the problem. So the problem is there in your case. Those people are still existing in your life, whoever it is for you, right? So you should have taken action for your own well-being. That's what Spirit is saying. And you should have attended to that situation at the right time. But that did not happen. So it was, of course, not the best in your case, right? Then we come to the point of understanding the Seven of Wands, like I explained. You know, you needed to bring back your stability, your titled situation, that entitlement that you have lost because you did not work at that situation at the right time. Now you are wanting to bring back that title. You want to show that power, that even I matter. My words matter, right? I'm entitled to work for the things that I want to work for, or I believe that I should be working for. But when you try to do that, Taurus, at this point, there will be a lot of accusations being flung at you because you did not remember. You did not do that at the right time when you should have done that. But now if you try to do it, be prepared to be attacked. People will come back and attack you because they feel that you have not taken action at the right time. You had lost that opportunity in life, right? The King of Wands. The King of Wands says it's time to take action on that situation, the one that you haven't worked on before. So it's time to put your head together and figure out a way to bring back your lost entitlement in your life, the Three of Swords. Because of what? Because you're still suffering. You're still suffering. You're going through a lot of painful, hard lessons because you haven't taken action at the right time when you had to take action. So now that you are trying to take action or you're working on that situation, because of what? Because you're still a lot of pain there. So you're trying to work because you know that you are going through a lot of painful lessons in your life at this point. With what? With the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Because again, when you should have done that work, you again had lost your throne before. That's been a painful lesson today. That you should have done things at the right time. In the right way. Excuse me. Right? But you did not. You had left your status. You had left your throne. You had no confidence. And that could be a loss of finance too. Could be a loss of money for you. Because you did not work in the right way. That's a painful lesson you're realizing today with the Chariot in the reverse, because you're also realizing why you're feeling or why you have been feeling. It's a past. So oppressed. So oppressed because you know that you haven't done the things in the right place that you should have done. So now you're feeling that within you, that you have missed that opportunity and you're feeling oppressed in yourself. Right? You lack direction because now you don't know how to do things in the right way. You're lacking direction. So that's the reason when you're trying to stand up for yourself now, as the King of Wands, you're trying to take action on that situation because you know that if you don't take action on that situation, this painful lesson of suffering will never leave you. It will be there for you. And that's why you're trying to work very hard at this point so that you don't have to repeat this lesson. But this is all because of the past where you should have done things in the right way, but you did not. And now you lack direction. You're feeling oppressed. You have been feeling oppressed before as well. Because again, like I said, losing your title, losing your entitlement, that's not a good thing. Nobody listens to you. So now when you're coming back and trying to come back and tell people, no, this is how you should do things. This is what I want to do. This is how what needs to be done. Everybody is like, where were you before? You did not do that when it was the right time. Right? So that is the factor where you have to balance yourself and your well-being, because you will be facing a lot of criticisms from others at this point in time. Okay. The next part, I said, excuse me, the Empress in the reverse. Again, loss of your fortune, loss of abundance, no creativity, emotional codependency over some situation in life, right? Which is where the Knight of Wands in the reverse says, you're tired of that situation. You have been tired. You have been very tired of no fertility, no abundance, no spiritual growth. Just sitting there codependent over a situation. You're tired of this. You're very exhausted, or you have been very exhausted. The Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Loss of money, loss of inheritance, loss of good family fortune, loss of people, right? Whatever you had built has gone. There is no growth, there is no fertility, there is no growth. It's a loss. And that loss has been sitting in your life for a long time. And you're tired of that. You have been tired. You have been very tired of making wrong partnerships, the Two of Cups and the reverse, of building wrong partnerships, making a lot of mistakes with regards to your love situation as well for some. You have not been able to make right choices and right decisions as far as relationships, growth, fertility, abundance is concerned. You have made wrong choices, wrong decisions. You have made a lot of mistakes in your life, Taurus. Lot of mistakes. Okay. And this is where I told you, you know that internally. Your mind knows that. It's a bad feeling, the King of Swords in the reverse. It's a very, very negative feeling you're still carrying because of your past situation, right? And this is where you're feeling very low, even within. You have been feeling your mind is broken for a long time. The Five of Cups in the reverse says, Spirit has been telling you for a long time, you let it go. Move on, but you have not been listening perhaps. You have still been sitting in that energy for a long time. Spirit has been guiding you for a long time to let it go, let it go, let it go, whatever has happened. 10 of Swords. Let it end. It's going to be a painful ending, but it's coming. You have perhaps not been listening to the story for a long time because you have been scared that if you let it go, if you let your grievance go, if you let your disappointment go, then perhaps you will have to face a painful ending. But nonetheless, it will happen. So before it happens, before the painful ending happens, Taurus, let things go. Forgive, forget, move on. The Lovers, right? What is the painful ending? The painful ending has got something to do with your wrong choices, decisions, options that you have made in your life. It's going to be a painful ending to let a situation go that involves your love, your emotions, your decisions in life that you have been holding on. You have not been able to let it go. Like I said, nonetheless, that painful ending will happen or eventually will happen whenever that time is for you. So before that happens, before you get more hurt, you have to just let it go. Then that way you will be less hurt than before. Or if you're still holding on with that bad situation and you're not letting it go, then when that painful ending happens, guys, it's going to be it's going to be more painful. Let me put it that way. Okay? The Tower in the reverse says there could be an internal transformation that's happening in your situation at this point. Maybe you're not doing things externally. Maybe you're not changing things right now externally, but internally, a lot of things are turning around for you. Okay, and what? The Hierophant in the reverse. You're letting your belief system turn. You're perhaps breaking a commitment at this point. It's all very internal. Let me put it that way. You've been doing that for a long time. It's happening very slowly. And that's when this painful ending, like I said, will happen. You know about it. You know this ending is coming, or it's already here, whatever. But maybe you're prepared for it. Or you have been prepared for it. Because internally, you have been working on this transformation in your life for a long time. It also could be that, right? Let me just clarify one thing from you. Just talk to me about the Tower in the reverse. Maybe externally you're not doing anything, not showing anybody anything. Yeah, the Knight of Swords. Yeah, but internally your logic, your mind is taking you in a completely different direction here. It's a very internal change. The Knight of Sword and the Four of Sword, you are definitely working on some kind of a game plan. It's an honest game plan, nothing wrong. But you're contemplating on that situation. There is something in your mind that you know you have to take action. You are taking action on that. But you're doing that in a very secretive way. You're not letting things out, like I told you. You're not letting things out. You're doing things in a very secretive manner within yourself so that others are not aware of it. That you could have been preparing for this ending in yourself for a long time. That ending that's going to eventually happen anytime in the future or anytime soon. Some kind of an ending that concerns your love life, that concerns your relationship, that concerns the choices, decisions that you have made. And you know that. This is where the story is, where there is no growth, no fertility, nothing. And you have been tired of this situation with the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. It's all collapsed, whatever you had built. And why? Because you have made wrong choices. You have made wrong decisions with partnership, with marriage, with relationship. You have made mistakes when it comes to your partnerships in life. People working with you, you working with people, or with one person in particular. So this situation is something that you have known for a long time, bad stuff, right? And this is where you're coming to the place of understanding that your mind was so broken that Spirit has been telling you to let it go, but you have been holding on. But this eventually will end. You will let it go because you're kind of, this situation is something that that painful thing will happen. The painful ending will take place with regards to a commitment or relationship, love life, marriage, anything that concerns two people together who should be together. Instead, it's not happening, right? So internally, like I said, like I'm repeating so that you understand, internally, guys, you have been working on this belief and ideas that you have had previously with regards to some kind of scripture, culture, tradition, commitment that you have been holding, and that has been flipping over. You're getting rid of those internally. You don't believe in that belief system anymore because you perhaps have seen that it's not working for you. Your ideas, your old ideas, what you have been taught in your childhood, what your parents have told you, what marriage has been all about, how marriage should work for you, is perhaps that idea is not working for you anymore. And this is all very internally that's moving, right? And this is where you are working on some kind of a new direction in life. You're working on it. You still haven't really taken action, like you're getting ready to take action, but before you take action, you're contemplating on that action, whether it's the right or the wrong action. Or somebody could be telling you something, you're working on that internally in yourself. You're taking your time. It can be anything for anyone, right? So this is where the situation is in the first part of your story, Taurus. Okay, let's move on. The Six of Wands, victory, joy, right? Something that needs to be celebrated. That's something, there is some kind of celebration that's you perhaps want now. You want to be victorious. You want to be recognized. You want to do things well, right? You want it, basically. You want to be victorious in your life. That could be with regards to your money, to your status, to your job, to your relationships, with your children, anything. It can be anything, guys. Doesn't matter what it is. Each people have different set of goals in their life. Okay, so here it is. So what is happening here is you have the hanged man in the reverse, right? So you are aware, you want to take action, but you're still not moving. Why? Because you also know that if you move towards your victory at this point, there are a lot of things you have to sacrifice. Maybe some of you could be looking for a job outside your country. It can be anything. You want victory, you want more money, you want more status, you want to do well in your life, right? But there are things that you have to sacrifice. If you move out of your home, of your country, go to another country, it could mean that there could be a lot of things you will have to let go, sacrifice. So that is where you are, again, taking your time. You're not moving right away, right? You're holding on. You're holding on. Please talk to me about the hanged man in the reverse. But you're kind of getting ready because it's something that you can do anytime. Yeah, the Ace of Cups in the reverse, right? It's something to do with your emotions, with your love, something that you want to be victorious about, feel emotionally good, or start a new project over a love situation. Maybe look for a new love partner, look for a new arrangement with somebody. But at this point, you're still not very clear if you can do that. So you're holding on. And why? And the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, because you are not financially all there. You have not been financially well off for a long time, Taurus. It might require, like, this emotional disappointment has been sitting with you for a long time, that you have not been able to move because of financial problems, no fruition, you don't have enough in your pocket, you're not completely independent to move right now. You still have a lot of baggage you're carrying, perhaps, for some of you. So you're not being able to run for it right away. You know what I mean? So you're taking your time, you're working, but you do want that victory, right? Then you have Judgment in the reverse, where it says that earlier you had a chance, guys, let me put it that way, before. Now, how far ago this happened, it's difficult to say. So, you will figure that out. But there has been a point in your life where you perhaps had that opportunity for that victory, but you ignored that call. You did not take action on it. You took the wrong call. You took the wrong decision, right? You did not really work towards your own situation. Please talk to me about Judgment in the reverse. So this is where you're a little bit skeptical at this point because you feel that you still have a lot of baggage you're carrying. Yeah, the Devil in the reverse, see? Huh. Okay, hold on, guys. Yeah. See, again, this is where the story is, guys, that you have to sacrifice. Maybe some of you will have to break a marriage. Maybe some of you will have to break an engagement. Maybe some of you will have to break a situation, a partnership, where there is no love, or there has been no love for a long time. You know that. You're just hanging on to that story. Maybe some of you are just wanting to survive. You know what I mean? Survival. So you're just kind of hanging on, even though you know that you're not being able to move forward. Why? Because you're not independent enough in your life at this point. You're not independent financially, in your well-being. You do not have that material fruition. You do not have enough money in your pocket. You had overspent it when you had it. It can be anything for anybody. Maybe some of you lack a job at this point. You don't have a proper job that gives you proper money, right? So there could be anything that is stopping you or has been stopping you. And that is where you have been holding on to a situation, even though you know emotionally you're not happy. right? It's like a forced place to stay. All right. So, like I said, the judgment in the reverse. This is where you have had an opportunity before, maybe, but you did not take the right action. You took the wrong call. And that's where you have ignored that situation. You have not made use of that time, right? So that time has left you now. That time has left you. The devil in the reverse says, it's time to free yourself. Let it go. Again, let it go. The message is, let it go here too. Let it go. If you still cling on to the past, and if you keep going back to your past, Taurus, you'll not be able to move forward, guys. Please understand that. So somewhere you have to barricade yourself and tell yourself that you're not going back in, you're not regressing. You're moving forward. You're moving. So this is where Spirit is saying it's time to let that energy go. Free yourself from all that ego, the flesh that brings a lot of ego, wrong attachments, right? Detach yourself. Detach yourself from that ego and let it go. And what was that? The Emperor in the reverse, where you had a lot of ego, where you took wrong calls. You had clouded judgments. You were very fixed in your thinking, very cold with regards to emotions, with regards to decisions. Some of you could also have been a father. You took wrong decisions being a father as well. And it was all because of the flesh of that ego flesh that you have had in yourself, where death in the reverse says that's where you have not been able to change. It's time to let it go. You need to move from that situation, Taurus. All the bad stuff, all the wrong decisions, all the wrong judgment calls, all the wrong choices and options that you have created in your life, push it out from your life. Let it go. But the Eight of Cups in the reverse says you have not been able to do that for a long time. You have been very resistant to changing your emotional situation. You're still hanging on to your past. That's where the devil in the reverse says, time to let it go. See? Time to let it go. Move out of this situation, or it's going to, that energy will still grip you, will still hold you, will keep you in its bad grip. You see? The Eight of Cups in the reverse says it's time. But you have been very resistant to changing your emotional situation. Please talk to me about the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Okay. All right. So here it is. Like I said, Spirit is advising you to change your own situation that you have not been able to change because emotionally you have been sitting in that old story and you have been resistant to changing that story in your life, right? And what was that story? The missed opportunities, the Four of Cups in the reverse, the missed opportunities in your life. Oh, I could have had that, I could have had this, all the regrets, missed opportunities, right? Missed opportunities, apathy of emotions, anything that concerns your emotional output in life. Three of Cups in the reverse, no reunion, no celebration, no joy. There could be a third party involved, third party situation involved in this story as well for you. where there is a lot of, missed opportunities because of wrong people in your life that I told you right in the beginning, where there could be immoral people in your life, where you have lost your entitlement and did not take action over that situation, which itself, Spirit is saying, had been a wrong plan of action in your life. So this could be that immoral group of people for who you have lost opportunity in your life, and you could not miss, and you could not move forward. You have missed opportunities. But guess what? The Ace of Pentacles. Spirit says, what happened? Whatever happened, fair enough. Gone. A new door of opportunity is opening up in your life, Taurus. Now again, it's up to you. This opportunity is coming in your life. It's coming. When? I don't know. But it's coming. It's on the way. That will change your destiny. Will. Expansion. So there is a new door that's going to be opening up for you. Okay, a new door of opportunity that you have previously lost before. You're getting another chance in your life, Taurus. Right? So make use of that. That's coming to you. That if you grip it, now this is the fun part of the story. When that opportunity will come, we don't know. But when that window opens, if you take that window and make use of that, it could be a new job, could be a new home, could be a new, anything new business. If you take that opportunity, that could be a small window that will open up in your life. But if you take that window and jump right into it, your destiny will be different. There will be a change in your life. The High Priestess tells you it's your inner knowing. You know that. Even you know that, Taurus. It's your inner knowing. Even you are aware that opportunity is going to come sooner or later. You're very aware of that situation, right? You're very aware of that situation here. Please talk to me about the High Priestess. You are in touch with your intuition. Yeah, the star. There's a hope, there is a faith, there is a purpose in your life that you are in touch with, that new opportunity is coming. You know that. You're very well aware of the situation internally, subconsciously. But again, like I said, that new opportunity arrives. If you don't take action, it's gone. You have to be proactive. You have to be very proactive in order to grab that situation at the right time. Be in the right place at the right time and take the right step. But internally, subconsciously, you have still that hope, that faith, the purpose of knowing that that opportunity is not completely left you. You are going to get it back. It's coming to you. The Tower. You remember the Tower in the reverse here, where there was an internal change? The Tower upright says a new change. Could be a lot of chaotic change. Could be anything but a change in your life. A direction, a new stuff. A lot of old things crumble, new things grow. Right? Old situations crumble, new situations come up. That's life. So this is where that internal transformation and the external transformation, both towers are working together in here. Let's see here. Please talk to me about the Tower. Some kind of old situations will let you, yeah. What do I say? Two major arcanas, guys. The Empress in the reverse. There is a change. You remember where you are tired here of nothing fruit of nothing happening, where you have not been able to bring your abundance back and you're very, very exhausted about this situation, right? Of your own personal life, professionally, maybe you're not doing well, but personally your life is could be very, very difficult because you know you made wrong choices. You've got a wrong boyfriend, a wrong girlfriend, you could have got a wrong partner, you could have got a wrong business partner, for some, anything, right? Where your material health, wealth, everything has been affected because you have made a wrong choice, a wrong decision. You have made a mistake, right? And this is where the tower in the reverse, I mean, tower upright and empress in the reverse says there is a new stuff that is evolving. You know, you're very well aware that the past, look, where your mind was all full of bad stuff. Remember the King of Swords in the reverse? You're coming back with the right understanding now towards your past situation. Could be emotional codependency, could be no abundance, no spiritual growth. You're very much taking action over your mind now in the right way. Your analogy, your strategy is being focused. Because of what? Because there are a lot of things that are going to crumble. The old will leave you and the new situation will come back into focus. And you know that you have to work over the past situation so that you can handle all the breakups, all the chaotic part of the new situation too, right? So your mind is working towards this direction of growth and fertility that earlier you had not really paid attention to because you had been extremely tired and exhausted of going through in that vicious circle of life, right? Please talk to me about the Empress in the reverse. Yeah. The Seven of Cups in the reverse, where you have been overly delusional. But now you know. Now you know why you did not have that growth and fertility, because there is some kind of epiphany that is coming back into your head, into your mind. There will be epiphany, that crumbling of the old, where spirit has been telling you to let go, but you have been holding on. But now, because of situations that will change externally, you will also change because you will realize where you have made your own mistake as well. The Empress in the reverse. And why did that happen? Because you have been overly delusional about a situation in your life where you felt that you could make things happen, but it did not happen. So you are very well aware of your past situation where you have gone wrong. And now that as the King of it's the King of Swords, you have to take action over this situation so that you do not repeat this old mistake again. So the Tower is coming up to say that there are a lot of things that is externally going to change, which will help you to move in the right direction, because a lot of things that you had been believing in yourself, you had been sitting with that old belief, will suddenly evaporate. And you will see a completely new situation developing where you know that if you do not move with that time, you will be left alone. You will be left behind. You see? The Four of Wands in the reverse says a lot of domestic conflict. You have been going through a lot of domestic situation that has been bad, which has affected your stability, your growth, your money, your love, your relationships, right? You're aware of that. You're aware of that situation. You know that, right? Let's see here. Yeah, see. This domestic situation has been very bad for a long time in your life, Taurus. right? Where it has affected your health, wealth, personal well being, everything. Everything. Your finance, your love, your safety, your security, everything. Everything. It's been very, very bad for a long time. The Three of Wands says you are aware of this. You are lifting some kind of restrictions that you had been sitting in your life. Remember, I said with the Emperor in the reverse, where you had been cold and inflexible, Spirit is saying to let it go. Because only then you will get that new opportunity that you haven't done before, right? So, this is an old story too. And the new story says it's time to wait for the right time. That's one. Talk to people you have to talk to. Find out more how you can deal with this problem or wait for the right opportunity. But in the meantime, all the old stuff that you had accumulated in yourself, Taurus, you have to let it go. Lift restrictions in your life. The Two of Pentacles in the reverse. All that disbalance. Remember, we talked about the balance part of the story that sets the tone for the reading. I told you right in the beginning. That disbalance is the restriction. Your well being is important to you, Taurus. You have to focus on your well being. What is that you need to now do in order to bring back your well being is very important to you because you have disbalanced yourself. You need to rework on that balance right in the beginning. Right in the beginning. And why have you disbalanced yourself? It's because of your discomfort. It's because of things that you have lost in your life. Your wealth, your financial security, everything. Your life in general, your marriage for some, relationships for others. It can be anything for anyone. Total chaos. Totally upside down. You have to work on this very, very slowly. Take your time. Wait for the right opportunity. Move things as it needs to be moved. Because what is the restriction you had been holding is your disbalance. You need to lift that restriction in your life and work back with your priorities. Queen of Swords comes in to say, do the right thing. Take the right step forward. Work with your mind and logic in the right way. Do not make a mistake this time because you know the mistake you have made previously. So be very, very careful about this situation. Say the right thing. Tell the right thing. Do not mince the right words. Do not try to sugarcoat it. Do not try to sugarcoat anything that is wrong. If you need to tell somebody that this is not right, tell them it's not right. Be straightforward, be honest, be clear with your communication with your mind because only when you're clear in your mind, you say the right things, right? And what is that? The Sun. That you need to open up and tell clear everything that you have in your mind. You need to say the right thing. You need to tell people the right stuff because the more you hold back, the less you will be able to say, and that bad feeling will always remain within you. But if you let it out, truth may be bitter, but it will bring a lot of clarity and illumination, not only in your life, but even between two people who perhaps have not had the right illumination so far. Somebody in your life probably doesn't know the whole story, what's been going on in your life in the right way. It also can be that. And this is where the Two of Swords in the reverse says that there has been an over confusion in this situation that needs to be cleared. That needs to be cleared. Somebody is not really paying attention to that situation anymore. But at the same time, that confusion in the mind has always been there. So whoever it is in your case needs to know the truth. Taurus. They need to know the exact part of the story. Please talk to me about the two of swords in the reverse. Yeah. See, and this is where they are perhaps confused why you have taken wrong actions over situations in your life. They perhaps do not know the truth, whoever it is in your life. Right? And they can be judging you wrong because they do not know the truth. So you need to clear that part of the story as well, or else there will be a lot of frustration in somebody who could be closely associated with you, Taurus. So you need to clear that confusion, period. Or you will feel frustrated because you're not being able to explain why you have taken the wrong decisions. And somebody who does not know the whole story will continue to be confused over your last action, over your past action that had gotten a lot of frustration in their life or in your life. So you need to work on that story as well. You need to clear that whole messed up situation of your past, Taurus. The Page of Pentacles says it's time. It's time to manifest something new. Once you have cleared that old situation, the new manifestation will start to work by itself. Right? So it's time to clear and start the new manifestation. Work on yourself. Work on yourself, Taurus. This is the new beginning to your birthday month. Right? So what are you trying to manifest? What are you trying to work with? Or what is that you're aiming for? The 10 of Cups, you're aiming for complete satisfaction. You're aiming for complete happiness. You're aiming for a complete good family life, maybe for some. Or a total satisfaction where you feel fulfilled. Right? But earlier on, you have not got that. There has not been a breakthrough so far. And this has been a lot of things. The Ace of Swords in the reverse says it's because you have not found the right words to express yourself for some. What complete satisfaction means to you. What you need to do. So you haven't found a breakthrough in your life at all. And this is where you need to clear a lot of your past wrong actions over which a lot of confusion has been created in others' mind, and a lot of frustrations have developed over time because of that situation that has not been verbally cleared over here, as I said, the Queen of Swords. Right? And though you wanted that complete satisfaction, you have never managed to find the right path to that story, the right words to say that. Justice comes to say, take accountability for your action now. If you want complete satisfaction, Taurus, you have to be accountable for your action. You have to say the right thing. You have to do the right thing. You have to work in the right way with your karma. Be accountable for what you do from now on. Because only then you will get the complete satisfaction when you learn to take accountability for your words, your actions in mind and heart. So be accountable for what you do from now on. Only then you will find that you are going to get a breakthrough and you will see how things move. Be accountable for what? For the right give and take. The Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Right? Where you, Taurus, have not done the right thing. You see here, be accountable for the right give and take. Be accountable for the right reciprocity. You want complete satisfaction? You have not spoken, you have no breakthrough. You did not find a way. The door has been closed. Okay, so now Spirit says, you want to bring back everything, be accountable for your action. Take the right decision when you're giving something to someone. Make it happen in a way that it's equal. It's the right balance. Because this is where earlier judgment in the reverse, right? We had judgment in the reverse here too. Where was it? Right? Yeah, right here. We had judgment in the reverse here, where you, that ego of the flesh, had been tormenting your story. Where you had turned cold, inflexible, and you could not change things. So that judgment in the reverse is because of an unequal reciprocity of give and take in your life that you need to correct, that's been happening from the past. So you have to be accountable now for your action. The Hermit says, think it over in the right way. Work on the situation in the right way, Taurus. Don't make a mistake, because unless you take accountability for your own action, or whether you give more to this person, give less to that person, or equally divide between two people, it could be your children, it could be your job, your well-being, your career, your home, whatever that well-being means to you. You have to do it in the right way. You have to divide your time between your family, your job. You have to divide your time between your spouse and your children. Or maybe you have somebody you love. Divide your time between that person and your other pressing matters. Whatever that situation is for you. Okay, think about it. Go down deep into the root of the situation. You will get an answer. It's already there, but you just need to work on it. Think about it very hard. How you take accountability for your own action now. What is the best way to move in that situation? How to rectify that problem of the past that has been sitting in your life for a long time, Taurus? How do you get rid of that situation and bring about a new situation in your life in the right possible direction? Very important message for you around this point in time. The Three of Wands in the reverse, lack of foresight. This is where you are now looking into a new situation. You remember we had the Three of Wands here somewhere. Where was the Three of Wands here? Hold on. We lost the Three of Wands. Yeah, right here. Okay, the Three of Wands is talking about in the present times. You have to work over the Four of Wands in the reverse. You know that. Right? Where you have lost everything. You're waiting for your time to come. Lifting your restriction of disbalance. Very important to you. And clearing your situation, bringing about some light, throwing some light over a situation that perhaps earlier you have not spoken about with somebody. Right? This is where the Three of Wands is working. Three of Wands in the reverse talks about a clear lack of foresight. So Spirit is saying this again was in the past where you had a lot of lack of foresight in your life. Right? Lot of lack of foresight in your life. And High Priestess says, you know it. There is a High Priestess who is here, who is talking about keep your hope, faith, and purpose alive. Don't let it go, because there is a new opportunity, a door opening up for you. Right? And the clear lack of foresight is something that the High Priestess also knows. Knows the fact that the Page of Pentacles in the reverse says that you have been very impractical about your choices, your decisions where you have failed. And this is where you have failed, Taurus. You have failed because you have been very impractical with your decisions, choices about your material well being, your well being in life. Very impractical. You have been very impulsive. And this is where you're learning from all the failures that you have gone through in your life as well, Taurus. So it's good stuff. It's good stuff. There is nothing to worry. That the clear lack of foresight, this is all the directions coming to you. The Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is talking about a reunion with people, with friends, family, right? Because you are learning. Yeah, there is something, a cycle is closing. Wow, what's that? Let's see. Huh. Wow, okay. Hold on, guys. Hold on. It's a complete story for you. Okay, so the High Priestess is talking about your earlier lack of foresight here, right? Where you have gone wrong and why. Why? You know that. Because you have been very, very immature, novice, and impractical. Simple. Okay. The Three of Cups talks about community, reunion, people, everybody, your friends, your circle of friends, whoever it is, coming together. But there is the world. Talks about a completion. You have learned something here. You're completing a cycle with people. For some, it could be completing a cycle with friends. You have learned something from there. We'll see. What is it? What is it? The Four of Wands in the reverse. Okay. The Four of Wands in the reverse right here. Right? Talks about a complete lack of domestic happiness, security, your money, everything. So there could have been people in your life you don't want to share anything with anymore. And you're perhaps choosing to close that circle in your life or that cycle. People who have brought in a lot of problems in your domestic life, or they haven't volunteered to work with you, or they have messed up your domestic life, right? They have not put in any effort. They have perhaps taken all the fun and pleasures from you, but they haven't really worked with you. They have just come in when you have called them, when you have invited them over. They came, had a party, had fun, had your drinks, and walked away. Right? Walked away. That cycle is coming to an end. You're realizing that you have been impractical. The High Priestess is telling you you had very impractical choices and decisions about your well-being in life. So it's perhaps you have mixed with the wrong crowd of people. And now you're realizing that they are no longer required because they haven't helped you in any way. With all these problems that you have had with regards to your marriage, your relationships, your finance, your safety, your security, anything. So you possibly could have had people over just to feel safe and secured, but they came, had fun, and left. You know what I mean? So that particular part of this story will end because this is dragging back from the past. Right? That Three of Pentacles in the reverse says it's because somewhere you're realizing that if you stay with that crowd of people, you will not be able to move forward because they are not the people you want. They're just fun-loving people. They'll come, have fun, be with you for some time, and then leave. So that's not helping you. The Three of Pentacles in the reverse. You're getting stuck in that same situation. Nobody is working with you. to help you move out of that situation, or advise you or tell you what is that you need to do in order to move forward. You know what I mean? So you're stuck. So you're realizing somewhere that particular set of people are not the friends you want, or not the community you want to be with. So you want to close that cycle, or you will be closing that cycle. And this is all because of your realizations of your past problems. Lovers in the reverse talks about making wrong choices, decisions in life, right? Something that you're realizing in your life that it's going to be a painful ending, right? Right, I said, a painful ending right here with the lovers upright. Lovers in the flip side says, this situation has been there in your case for a long time, and you know about it. That you have not been able to move because, again, you're getting caught up in a disbalanced relationship in your life, a relationship that's not harmonious, a relationship that's not bringing you any happiness. You see? Please talk to me about the lovers in the reverse. Yeah, exactly. That's what is happening. And these group of people, whoever you have been associating with, are not helping you either. Like I said, they are not a part of your community. You feel they are a part of your community because you probably have associated with them for a long time, but they are not a part of your community. They are different from what you think they really have been, your true friends, right? But that cycle will close. That situation will close because your realization that you're not being able to do anything about this conflict situation in your life that regards your safety and security, it's only because of them where you're not being able to move forward or not being able to expand, and nobody is helping you in that situation. They are very selfish people, whoever you have been associating with. Again, like I said, lovers in the reverse, right, talks about Six of Wands in the reverse, talks about no victory, no joy. And here is what you want. You want that victory and that joy. But again, like I said, you know you have been hanging in a place where you have not been able to move. And you're hanging in a place where there is no love, right? But still you're hanging on. It's only because somewhere you feel you're not yet ready, or you have not been ready with your money to be financially independent, right? So this is where this situation is not helping you to bring back any victory and joy in your life. Why? And this had been the story from your past, Taurus. This is where you have had a lack of mentality to take the right action over this situation. You probably have been dependent on people to help you. And today you're realizing that those are the people who have had fun and games with you, but left after that. Did not participate in your problems, right? And you have been single-handedly, you have been trying to work on yourself, but you have not been able to expand, where you have a disbalanced relationship or choices and actions very wrong in your life, that there is no joy, no victory, and you did not make an effort, a lack of mentality, you did not make an effort to correct this mistake. You sat in that position for a long time, even though you know you're not going anywhere with that situation, you see? But you decided to bear up with it. Five of Wands in the reverse. The Five of Wands upright says there is a lot of conflict problems at this point, a lot of immoral, unethical people, where you should have taken that decision long back, but you let your entitlement go. And that was the wrong plan of action on your end, right? The Five of Wands in the reverse talks about settlement of some kind of domestic conflict, or any kind of petty conflict, anything that has been your problem. So there is a situation that you will you will settle. You will settle, Taurus. Maybe at the end of the month, towards the beginning of next month, because you know that you have been sitting. See again, those are the people who you have associated with are not the right people, are not the people who want to be your friends. They could be very selfish people. They could be people who just are working only for their own benefit, and you're realizing that story. You're realizing that story, right? So this is where that cycle is closing, because you had been novice. You did not see people. In your material world, you have been a novice. You have been a failure. You took wrong people to be your good friends, you see? You mixed with the wrong crowd who you thought were your good friends. But those are the people who came, had fun, and left. And you were left in that same situation. And you kept sitting in that same situation because you had a lack of mentality. You did not take action over the situation. You did not think about the right way to take action over that situation. You see? So this is where, High Priestess, you know where you have gone wrong. You're learning from your failure of your past experiences in life, Taurus, around this portion. Okay. Now, like I said, Five of Wands in the reverse. There will be some kind of conflict and settlement, conflict that will be settled. You will agree to disagree maybe, but you will settle that conflict. You will not fight with that situation anymore, right? And this is where that situation has been for a long time. That Spirit has been telling you, please settle this conflict. Don't keep this conflict open. Settle this conflict, whatever that conflict could be in your life. Don't fight with people anymore. It's not worth it. That's been a long time message for you from your past. Okay, so this is what it is, a Six of Cups. So settle the conflict with what? With your soulmate, maybe. With your children, maybe. Don't fight with them anymore. Don't fight, because there is a love relationship here. There is some kind of a soul connection that you have had, or you're having now. But you have had to settle that conflict for a long time. So there was some kind of a conflict that you had not been able to settle. You need to settle that. Spirit has been telling you that for a long time. Don't fight with the person who loves you, or one who could be your soulmate in your life. The Queen of Cups, yeah? Somebody who truly believes in this situation along with you, or you perhaps could be truly believing in that situation. You know that love exists. You know there is so much of love, but you need to settle that conflict, whatever that conflict had been for you from the past. You need to put an end to it. That's important for you, Taurus, because there is a lot of love that is in here for you in the present moment. The Ace of Wands. Think about it. There's a new door opening up for you. It's a new window that's opening up, right? It will be for a short time, but grab it. Like a new window is opening up, a new window is opening up. So there are two windows that will open up. Could be simultaneously, could be one after the other, could be after a gap of whatever days, but two new opportunities in life are opening up in your life, Taurus. The Six of Wands. That new window will open up, but you will have to move in the right way. You will have to move in the right way, whether it's with words or actions, whatever you need to do. You will have to move, because you have not been able to recover from a situation. So as soon as that window opens, move towards that recovery. You need to recover from that situation of the past. So vent out, let it go. Talk about it to whoever you have to. The new window will offer you the opportunity to vent, to let your feelings out, to let your baggages leave you, to let go of your past. That recovery that you had to do in the past, or you have possibly been working on from a long time, but in actual will come true for you. Because this is where the Magician in the reverse says, that you had not been able to do it because you had got caught up in some kind of trickery or illumination from your past that you need to let go. You need to let go. You need to open up, Taurus. You need to talk. You need to let go of anything that is holding you back from your life path. Okay, you need to let go of that. You need to talk. So take that opportunity that is coming in your life, will help you. That recovery that you have been trying to recover will come to you. Once again, you will get that opportunity that will help you to recover from all the losses in your life that you had with regards to your spiritual, financial, emotional, physical poverty. Right? But this has been a problem of the past that could be repeated, where you again could be getting caught up in a lot of trickery and illusion. So be careful. Be careful, because that happens, 8 of Swords. That happens, you will get caught up in your head. So don't let that trickery come back to you. You feel that sensation, you feel that energy, let it go. Let it go. Don't hold back. Don't hold your toxic feelings anymore. 9 of Swords. Because if you hold that, you will not be able to vent out. You will not be able to free yourself. You will not be able to recover from your past situation. There is a possibility, guys, that this will happen. So they are warning you right now. If it happens, let it go. Because this will be, again, a regret of the past. If that happens, this regret will continue. This regret is there for you from your past, that you have not been able to vent out. You have not been able to say what is in your head and mind or in your heart. So that regret is holding you even today. Don't repeat that mistake. It'll get you again in the same position. That regret will continue if you do not take action over this situation. Strength. Strength says you will require a lot of kindness and compassion, or once you do this, you will come back a much better human being with a lot of kindness, compassion, strength in yourself, Taurus. So you have to be very careful that this will catch you. This energy was there to catch you in its grip once again. So you have to watch for that, because, like I said, otherwise the regret will not leave you. You have to let it go. Do not keep any regrets in your life anymore, Taurus, because only then you will become a better and a stronger and empowered human being. Enjoy this reading, guys. Leave me with comments if you have any. And a very, very advanced happy birthday to you. Take care.